So welcome. This is for our live online group Reiki session today on the 6th of January, full moon, and it's full moon in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, but it's very, very sensitive, very creative, and very well known for being very nurturing, very caring, very, very good at taking care of others and family as well. So it's to do with that. So what we will do is we will always have our cleanse and dedication. So all the words said are on behalf of everyone here, and it pertains to your space, in your room, in your home, and the land, and also the air and the sky above, so that all gets completely cleansed before we go into the actual healing experience and process. Right, and the reason why we have the cleanses, we call kind of cleanses, is just a preparation and a ritual to take you deeper into yourself. So that's one thing, to take you deeper into yourself. But because it's the time when we're allowing and inviting all our families of light, all the helping spirits, the angels and the ascended ones, and even our ancestors, and the energies and the deities we're close to. So you can feel the energy starting to change, and even during that time, there's a lot of balancing of our energy, which occurs as well. So that can be really, really, really helpful for us, and it can help us to let go of stuff that we don't need. So it's quite a good idea to set an intention even before we start of what you'd like for this session. And I'll start it off. The intention, or part of the intention, is that for this healing session, that we clear and transmute, we release all mindsets as well, any thoughts and feelings and preconceptions which stop us from really nurturing ourselves, taking time to take care of ourselves properly and effectively, without any sort of distraction or confusion, to know each time, each day, especially when we're very busy and stressed out, which is why I felt that we needed to do this, because it's after the Christmas period. And I know most people have had a break, but some people haven't really had a break, and perhaps you've all been running around quite a bit, and you haven't really treated yourself to that time out that you needed. But this is here for that. So it's to clear and transmute all of that, all the old ideas which say, no, I can't I can't take time off at this very, very busy period, whenever it is going to be, or whenever it has been. So that's what the cleanse and dedication will also be for. And then we're going to go into a short guided meditation with music, so that you can do a journey and be part, have quite an active part, perhaps, if you like, in this process of receiving any nurturing energy, of gaining any clarity that you need around it, of what other ways of nurture which you may need. And perhaps if it can help us to be open to our loved ones, our family, the important relationships with our good friends, which will be helpful in their understanding of how you may like to be nurtured, or how they may like to be nurtured. Yeah, so we all give love in many different ways. Some people like to give lots of gifts, some people like to give time, some people are very cuddly and they're very physical around it. So there are many, 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 many different ways. And sometimes it's we feel that we're not getting the nurturing that we want, perhaps because it's not coming in exactly the way we want it to be, even though it is coming. So this is also to help us to just be open to that, to be open to receiving whatever way it comes, as long as it's come from love and from kindness and from generosity, without any agendas. Okay, so if you'd like to just take a few deep breaths and close your eyes. I'm just gonna turn the music up a little bit. And if you are clear, or if you have any ideas on what you would like to release, let go, or clear out now, then you can say it in your mind and set the intention. And we will begin the cleanse and dedication for the session. I call forth and invoke the planetary and cosmic light beings to establish and activate a gigantic ascension column in each of our rooms. I ask that it be connected to a gigantic pillar of light and to our planetary and cosmic Antakarana, the tube of light that connects us with our monad and high self. I ask that the pillar of light contain the golden white flame of ascension, that it be connected to the ascension flame at the temple of Luxor. I call forth and invoke Lord Melchizedek, the Mahatma and Metatron, to bring down the platinum and diamond nets through all of us, all our rooms, all our buildings, our gardens, the land, all the way down to the core and all the way up into air, sky and space. The nets will clear and transmute all of us of all negative, imbalanced, discordant energies, all master programs or codes and programs which keep us in duality and illusion consciousness. And they'll clear and transmute all of these through all our minds, bodies, emotions, expressions, through all space-time dimensions, universes, through all charts, through all levels and layers. I call once again to the planetary and cosmic spiritual light beings for an axiatonal alignment now. A planetary and cosmic axiatonal alignment now. This will balance all meridians of each individual and instantly align all our energy with Source, with God, and the consciousness of all the spiritual light beings on all levels and through all layers and all the healing tribes of the galaxy. I call all the inner plane ascended ones and all the spiritual light beings to activate the golden white ascension flame now. We'll instantly feel and even see this energy coming in now. I call all our families of light, all the angels, the star beings, the ascended ones, our spirit animal guides to step forward to overlight all this healing, this session. I ask that the appropriate beings and bearers of light and angels step forward to overlight this session. I welcome in the angels, the Metatron, Zavkiel, Raziel, Raphael in the east, Michael in the south, Gabriel in the west, Uriel and Sandalphon in the north. Haniel, Shamael, Ariel, Yophiel, Sananda, Mary Magdalene, the Mother Mary, Kutumi, Shiva, Krishna, Vishnu, Parvati, Lakshmi, Dwalku, Kuan Yin, the consciousness of this planet. All the plants, the flowers, the trees. And they're reminders that we are all at some level, a level which we may not understand or perceive, but the core of us is united. It is one. And they call for us to awaken to this and to be aware of spirit in everything, even in a rock, in a mountain, in streams, on other planets and stars, in each other, and that each choice that we make, we remember this, and that the choices come from the core of unconditional love and acceptance. And they remind us as well that this starts for ourselves, which is why nurturing ourselves is so important. Because if even the car needs petrol or electricity, and when there is nothing left, it can't move. It is useless in a sense. It cannot fulfill its function. So it is so important for us to take time amidst busy schedules, trying to make sure that everyone is okay, to making sure that we are okay and that we are served, we are cared for and loved, that we have enjoyment, that we have fun, that we allow our creativity to flow, we allow ourselves to create, we allow ourselves to be amazed and in wonder. And today we're also joined by elementals and fairy folk who know how to play and love to play. And you may find in the guided meditation that you may perceive some elementals as well. And they may have messages for you specifically. So we honor the 4 directions, east and air, for wisdom, truth, knowledge, understanding, south, and it is the lion. In the east for air, it is the eagle and condor, who have that amazing, huge vision of everything, seeing things from a different perspective. So in the south we have fire, and it is the lion, the color orange, and we have passion and purpose here, and maturity as well. In the west we honor water for feelings, emotions, and emotional intelligence, and the higher vibration of unconditional love. And we honor the spirit animals of the oceans and the seas, and the waters, and the whales, the orcas, the dolphins. In the north we honor earth. The colors are citrine yellow, russet red, olive green, and black. And here we have what gives us our food, our sustenance, its structure, and is place of experience. And we honor the spirit animals, the bear, the snake, and the snow leopard. And we honor Father and Mother Sky, our connection to the constellations, to all the energies of light, the healing tribes of light of the galaxy, the ascended ones, all the beautiful energies, healing energies, spirit guides who are here to help us should we ask for it, because they respect our free will. And we honor Mother Earth, ever creative, ever amazing, ever loving. And we honor Spirit within. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. I am the monad. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. Michael and angels, please create golden, violet, and diamond domes of transmutation for all of us, all our high selves and committees, all the way back to source, through all the rooms, the buildings, the gardens, the land, down to the core and up into air, sky, and space. From the point of light that I am, I let light stream forth from the mind of God. Earth radiates with light. From the point of love within the heart of God, I let love stream forth from my heart. I am the Christed soul on earth. From my center, where the will of source is known, I let divine purpose guide me, the purpose which the ascended ones know and serve. From the center of the divine human race, let the plan of love and light work out. My love seals the door where evil dwells. I am the light, the love, and the power, living God's plan on earth. So during this time, I'm going to change the music and I'll take you through a short guided meditation. And this meditation is to do with enjoying some hot springs, but finding that, like some of the other meditations, you can dive into it, you can breathe in it, and it contains everything that you need at this time, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Just why hot springs came to mind for me during this period, because there's some amazing spas which are situated at hot springs, and like at Bath and I think Cheltenham Spa, people used to go to take the waters and to have a rest. And these particular springs are minus the interesting sulfur smell, but the waters are full of minerals which are perfect for us, but they're slightly milky. That's what I'm getting. The waters are very slightly milky, but once you go down, if you take yourself down below the surface, you may find that the color changes, or that you find that you can actually see through the water. So see where it takes you and what you can take from it. So all the work that we do here, everything that we receive, is for the highest good of all sentient beings across all space-time dimensions, universes, and it's done with unconditional love, acceptance, peace, kindness, and joy. So I'm just going to change the music. If you like to take a few deep breaths. If you have intentions in your mind, please bring them to your mind. You don't have to say it. If you feel called to do any sounding, or if you feel like you need to move, please go ahead. If you need to get up as well, just make sure that you're nice and balanced before you do that. Okay. And here we are. So we're in a beautiful wood, ancient, and the trees are so tall. If you look up, they look like all the branches are touching the sky, and the girth of the trunks are huge. It takes many, many people holding hands just to encircle the girth. And you find there's a lovely path of fallen leaves, and you follow that path. So you take your whole body with you. So you use all your senses, and you can see the trees. But what can you smell? Are the trees pine trees? Are they cedars? Are they the trees of the woods or the jungles that you used to visit when you were young? And what else can you see as you walk along this path? You may be able to spot some of the animals who live there. If it was a jungle, they would still have all their leaves. The trees would still have their crowns of leaves. But if you were in a wood in England, or in the northern hemisphere, they would have lost all their leaves, and you'd be able to see the sky right above you. And it's dark, except for that round, luminous face of the moon, reflecting the sunlight onto your head and your face. So be really aware of the sensations that you feel as you follow the path which weaves through these old, amazingly huge trees. And what else you may hear. Perhaps you hear your footsteps crunching on the soil. And soon we come to the edge of this forest, and we find that we're climbing up a mountain, but it's very, very easy. And we come to the mouth of a cave, and it has a lovely aroma. It smells of flowers. And as you enter the cave, you can see there's a light through the cave, and you go towards that light. And as you do so, you find that you come to a space, and it's like a huge room within the mountain. And you look up at the ceiling of this huge room, and you find that there's a hole, and this hole is letting the light of the moon shine into this room, into this inner cave. And there's some lovely pools within this cave, and you can hear some running water, and it's very, very warm, and the smell of flowers is coming from this space, and the water is a bit milky, but it's very inviting. And you put your toe in it, and it's the perfect temperature, and this water is life-giving, nurturing, healing. And it reminds us of a time when we were in our mother's bellies, where you'd possibly perceive little flashes of light, and you'd hear the gurgling of your mother's belly and the beating of a heartbeat. So you enter the water, and it's beautiful, and it feels so soft and smooth against your skin. And you find that you can breathe in the water. So allow the water to take care of you. Allow the water to give you its message, its nurturing, its healing power, and anything you need. And so just continue allowing the water to feed you and to take you to where you need to go. this healing experience, and we find ourselves back in the inner cave with the moonlight streaming in through that opening in the ceiling. The inner cave with the hot spring pool and the sound of running water. And so we retrace our steps, and you emerge from the pool, and you may have a look around in this inner cave, and you may even look up at the moonlight coming in. You may even see the shining face of the moon above you through that opening. So it's time to leave this inner cave and to walk through that tunnel within the mountain back to the opening and down the path which we traveled on earlier to come to it. So we go down the mountain following that path, and we come to the edge of the woods or the jungle where we began this journey. Once again, following the path, weaving its way through these ancient trees, smelling the aroma of soil, and hearing the sounds of animals and insects and possibly birds. And you may even catch a glimpse of the animals who live here. And we weave our way through the trees, and we find ourselves back in our bodies. When you're comfortable and ready, you open your eyes and have a look around the room where you began this session. Just appreciating, recognizing and appreciating everything you have in that room, and how all the pieces and objects there have been chosen by you or your loved ones, and how grateful you are to have a room to call your own. Just take a few deep breaths. Really sense your body, whether it's hot or cold, and what else you can hear, what you can taste, and feasting your eyes on everything in your room and the room itself. Breathing deeply, really feeling your body being grounded back in the space where we began the session once again. And just making sure you're completely grounded and completely present once again. And I'm going to stop this recording. But thank you very much to all who have joined later on, not with the live session, but remotely. Have a wonderful full moon.